Hello, and welcome. My name's Kevin. This is Dude for Bruce. We're here in A Better World, a game about rewriting history using a computer to meddle with major events from ancient myths to modern politics. So this should be an interesting little game. It was released, I think, just over 2 weeks ago. It is developed by Arte France and Ludogram, which are two developers that I'm not familiar with, but that's okay. How about we jump right in and look at the trailer and get a little flavor of what it is. A Better World company is hiring. We are looking for a skilled new recruit to alter the past and reshape the future. You think you would have like some sort of person who like just not some random person off the street that you would hire. You probably like skill someone up to be doing this, but who cares? Saladin, welcome in. How are you doing? I know this isn't our usual CK3 content, but we'll be back to doing that later this week. Use our computers to travel back in time and make game-changing choices to make the world a better place. You decide what to do as long as you follow our internal policies. What is internal policies? I guess we'll probably find out.
Welcome to A Better World company. I'm Globos, your virtual assistant. Let's dive into your first mission.
So it seems like we have to make choices that may or may not help the world. Is that what I'm ascertaining already? God dang. Yeah, it should be unsponsored. It is a sponsored stream for this baby bad boy. Let's jump to the game itself. There we go. Where is studio mode so I can see my lovely face? There's a Twitch integration, which I think is interesting. I think it's so that you can have people vote on that, but I don't know if we're gonna have that on because I don't think there's enough people. Disclaimer: this game is a work of fiction inspired by historical events. It was created for entertainment purposes only and does not claim to provide any accurate or comprehensive reconstruction of the events, people, or This is a big like don't sue us energy for sure. Okay, so we're just in a little office. Ooh, we got lockers behind us. Interesting. Okay, ABW is a better world. A better world. We have an intercom. We can see what's across a street. We have a Hellman and Sons grocery. Clearly we're in the United States. Do I count 50 stars still? Probably. A better world, a better world. It's kind of funny that they have an advertisement right across the street. Usually it's on the same building. We have a light. We have a sensor over there. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let's look at it. Welcome on behalf of the whole team at Better World Company. Yeah, thanks. Please let us know if is your first day on the job or if you're stuck in a time loop. It's my first day. Oh, there's Globo. Interacts with Globos to make her speak. Howdy? All right. Feel free to interact with me if you want to chat. You can do the same if you'd already heard something I've said, and sometimes it's a bit of a chatterbox. Employee handbook time. Globus, our job is to change the course of history to succeed in our objectives. What are our objectives? Globus, oh shit. Ready for make somebody ordinary. Now the classic, most of our new recruits, the objective to complete the harder assignments you'll be able to access. And more assignments you wrap up, the higher climb the AABW's hierarchy. Maybe you'll make it all the way to the top. Select the ordinary person. Okay. Globus. Let's see. I'll just pick up some random through the window. That guy over there. He's perfect. Yay. Computer, can you tell us about what you have on him? Henry Hellman. Born into... Oh, this is the people across the street. The grocery. Family of grocers. What is a grocer? I have no clue. November 3rd, 1951. Birth certificate found in the United States government database. Damn, you got that. You got that on lock. Uh-huh. What's up, girl? Computer shows us requirements for success this assignment. It's up to you to decide which director you want to go with. Create a cinema. Oh, wait. That moved way too quickly. Oh, is that the person we're probably looking at? All right, next. Only person selected. Please push the lever in order to reach the next. Okay, so it's 2024, and we're going back to 1951. So I click it. I don't actually force it open. Okay, so 1950. Wait. This isn't where we're supposed to be at all. I can see that. Junction date mark key turn. What does this have to do? Oh. Hold up. Dinosaurs? Oh no. How am I going to get my corporate work done with Tyrannosaurus Rex in my window like this? Welcome to 66 million years. Ooh. He doesn't have as many feathers as I would thought he should have. Uh-oh, the lever broke. This is it. This is the end. We're gonna die. Okay, man. The emergency button. I forgot to tell you about the emergency button. Okay. You can use it to reboot the temporary flow when the things start going. Press it now. Where's the... Oh, this is the reset button. Is it just this office building, or is this just this room that's being teleported? Because if it's the whole office building, that's pretty lit. Because it clearly we're on the second floor, or maybe third floor, depending on how things are set up in your timelines. Welcome on behalf of the, A Better World Company. Yeah, I'm... it's my first day. Fabulous. This means you can go through the whole tutorial again. It almost like we meeting for the first time, isn't it? I'm in a time loop. We apologize for inconvenience. Your mission will restart shortly. Okay, now we're actually gonna go to the future. What happens the whole game is just this. We're just stuck in a time loop over and over and over again and just trying to get out of that time loop. Okay. It says it's 1951. The logo has changed. The cars are a little bit different. Sure, it doesn't seem like business is booming. Look for information in the grocery store called Hellman and Sons. Click on the Henry button. The Henry button. That's the Henry button. Henri button. What's the intercom? Oh, it just lets us turn on the music. All right. I love how numerous fictional stories just agree to analog looking tech despite being in the future. I mean, analog, there's something romantic about analog tech that I think we all like. The like chonkiness of these buttons. Like looking around, like I think what I might be is that Star Wars is kind of the biggest influencer of chonky analog tech. So like because they're so popular, it kind of bleeds down into other media. But there's just something in the allure of big honking buttons. Okay. Make someone ordinary extraordinary. Possible assignment conclusions. Unknown ending. Create a cinema icon. Create a business icon. Create a musical icon. Unknown ending. All right. Henri. The grocery store, Hellman and Sons, will be closing down soon due to several months of unpaid rent. Wait, they don't own their own building in 1951? All right. Walmart slash the prices. How a family-owned neighborhood grocery store is supposed to survive with that kind of... Why does it move so fast? That's such a fast... Like, it would be one thing if I could click to the next thing. I didn't even read it. It's up to the decision of the... Sometimes the small details of a person like Henry can change everything. Okay. Choose a folder. And sometimes you'll need to make a decision in more global scale. USD. The supermarket boom is making it impossible for local shops to compete. The government will pass a law aimed at banning selling production at a loss. That doesn't make sense. Encourage supermarkets to set up in suburbs. Oh man. But the thing is, from my limited understanding of the grocery market and how everything works, is that if you sell certain things at a loss, it brings in people like the rotisserie chicken situation. You sell a rotisserie chicken for cheaper than it should be, and then you entice in customers to do that, and they are then in your store and they're not just going to buy a rotisserie chicken. That's insane. Who goes to the store to just buy a rotisserie chicken? That's insane. Like, they're going to buy a couple things. Encourage supermarkets to set up in the suburbs. But do we care about suburbia? World's Mark is kind of like Walmart or Costco. Well, more like Walmart in the States, I thought the click for next dialogue shouldn't do they. Let's say banning the selling of products at a loss. It's Truman. What is this digitized version of Truman? He looks pretty rough. These establishments are killing our neighborhoods as well as our proud small businesses. Use Truman on instituting a minimum price control on supermarkets. Does that fix it? Are we better? There are so many people downtown that they keep building more and more skyscrapers. Okay, look how odd. Henry's parents' store is still there, but they themselves sure aren't. Did they die? Helmet Fan opened their 5th location. God bless America and the laws that safeguard business. Proclaim the family as the center of this success story. Hellman's immigrated here to the turn of the 19th century. Okay. Whoa, they've moved to the top floor. Look, talk about upward mobility. How do I see that they're at the top floor? Or is that just narratively that's happening and not actually happening? All right, next one. New significant temporal event. Oh, look, he's doing at neighbor's house. Seems like they made new friends. Ones that live. Okay. So clearly they're right there, hanging out, having a party. Is this supposed to be? Oh, okay. 1103, 1963. We're about to watch JFK get fucking his brain blown out. When did JFK die? November 22nd. Similar, but not the same. Same year, different couple days early. Yeah, okay. Choose a folder. In Huang, born in China on June 7th, 1951, her family moved to the United States in February 1955. Her parents own a restaurant. Information found in the New York State Immigration Database. No other documents have been available. Okay. What's up, girl? How frustrating. We don't have much on her information. As if she vanished without leaving. Wait, isn't she writing a diary right now? Computer, check the archives for the following keywords. Diary, adolescent girl, New York, 1960s China. What the hell? No way the computer's finding that information. Oh boy, I hope they won't be too embarrassed. All right, let's see what's going on. Dear Anna, you're invited to watch TV at my place. I hope you'll come. Henry. Hey, looks like it glued to little more notes from their neighbors in her diary. Oh, how cute. Henry invited Anna over. We'll go into see their first date. Oh. Look, their TV show is gonna interrupt by assassination of JFK. I told you guys. I told you. It's up to you to decide how you want to impact Henry and Anna's relationship. Okay. Choose a folder. USA or Anna? Let's do Anna. Dear Diary, my neighbor Henry invited me over to watch TV at his place. I think he likes me and I might like him too. Cute. But I'm still scared of going. Isn't that weird? Sure. And is going to Henry's place to watch TV at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, I assume. Local time. Yeah. Cancel the date. Ask him to take a stroll in the park. So if she cancels the date, they don't fall in love, or maybe they do in the future time, but they both watch JFK get his dome topped off. That's the PC way of saying assassinated, right, on YouTube. That's what they tell you to say. Asked him to just take a stroll in the park. Dear diary, today Henry and I became a little more than just friends. Ooh, I wonder if any of this would have happened if we had watched TV together, like originally planned. I know it's silly, but sometimes I feel like life is held together by the tiniest twists of fate. Good for us. All the history is held together by the tiniest twists of fate. A stroll in the park, exchange of sweet words, sweet nothings. They missed one of the biggest national traumas in U.S. history. It's not like they would have not seen or heard about it later. They're so lucky. Really quite moving. Okay. Choose a folder. Anna or Henry? Henri. Kind of looks like Joseph Gordon-Levitt a little bit, but not really. Do I think I have what it takes to take over the family business? Absolutely. Decoration of very young Henry during the Hillman family company board meeting. Damn, they've gotten that big that they have board meetings now. Firm turnover has declined by 34% while its profit margin fell by... If we won't do something quick, Henry will end up on... shit. Moved way too quickly. All right. Anna. Dear diary, mom says I'm too much of a dreamer, but her mom told her she was dreaming when she was talking about going to the United States. My parents only care about my grades. They work so hard, and here I'm complaining, but it is impossible to get through to them. Okay. Oh, no, not that one. No, I don't want the button. Please, our goal is to clear. We have to rewrite the destination of one of the youngsters. So then, how should we go about guiding them? Turn that racket down. It's too loud. I don't know. I'll find out. USA. Studios show that young Americans use what they see on TV to help the guide for the professionally. Launched the music channel MTV 220 years earlier. I don't know if MTV works without music videos. Are there music videos in 1970? I don't think they're as widespread. So like that doesn't really make sense. Widen access to VCRs and movie rentals. Sure. That makes way more sense to me. We can watch movies whenever we want now. Interview with a customer who slept in front of the store to be the first to buy a VCR in New York City. Those old farts need to chill out. They're always complaining about something. Before movies, it was books, and before that, it was dancing. Teenagers are asked about harmful effects of cinema on the young people. Henri has been spending time watching TV instead of doing his homework. Have his parents get rid of the TV. Broadcast a casting call. Because we want Henry to be a business mogul, right? So, dear mom, if that's how you want to play it, I'll just have to start a business myself. Well, there we go. When's the next CK3 stream? Probably maybe Wednesday. Wednesday or Tuesday, we'll see. If you join the Discord, I'll have a better understanding of what we're doing, because I have to do some work on the old video that we were just streaming this last week for 3 days in a row. Plus, I also kind of want to take a little bit of a break. It's always not the best to go straight from CK3 to CK3. Okay. So he's starting his own business. Dear diary, me, a housewife, as if that's the movie A Woman Under Pressure made me realize that I have to be protagonist of my own story. Okay. Anna, our girl, wants to live a life different from her mother. Have her come across a casting call. Have her get a scholarship for a degree in political science. As a person who also has a degree in political science, I would say maybe don't get a degree in political science unless you intend to immediately go into some sort of like political activation, like be a part of a campaign or something like that. I'm gonna choose her life to not be involved in politics because it seems way more fun to be an actress. Believe me, I know what it's like to come to the United States from another world. Anna Hong casting in the movie E.T. Whoa. You have a political science degree? That's crazy. Yeah. I have a degree. I have 2 degrees technically. A degree in political science and Spanish. Probably should have gotten a marketing degree. Probably would have been better off for my for what I ended up doing in life, but you know, here we are. Choose a folded. The 3 are many ways to make the world a better place. Let's start with the USA. Huge student demonstrations. What year is it? It's 1972. Major cities across the country. Anti-Vietnam War protests trouble the Nixon administration. Look at these people. They're got hearts. They say love the peace movement. Damn. Why do they walk like zombies? Are they? Okay, interesting. All right. Am I supposed to? Oh, I'm supposed to hit the globe. Those students are taking to the streets. Okay, yes, I understand that. What are we doing now? The government is struggling to recruit young people to send to Vietnam. Nothing sells like sex. So let's do it. Make education free for all. Army recruits. Finance action movies about war. I mean, this is what we kind of already do, and this is also what we kind of already do as the United States. The GI Bill already exists at this point in 1973, so this is kind of redundant. So let's make an action film. The film industry and politics go hand in hand. Never before have so many movies been produced. There are still a ton of students in the streets, but there are lining in front of the movie theaters. Nice. And also in front of army recruiting centers. Crazy. I'm not sure if we're supposed to only just click one, but okay. Clearly, time passes even if we click someone. Decline in student protest seems to link to increased army recruitment. Henri, he's a little bit older. The youth these days spend all their time at the movies. Why would they want to rent a cassette? What? Okay. Weird take, Henry. Are you seeing this? Not our boy. Oh. Hellafix. They have Netflix in 1976. BitLife plus plus. I haven't played BitLife, but the comp seems similar. Henry is considering change careers. Have him ask his parents for a loan. Have him become a film producer. Are we trying to matchmake Henry and Anna? Because it feels like if we want to do Henry and Anna, him being a producer and her being the actress would make the like. Or is it better for them to have separate career paths? You know, for the love that will bloom between them. Also, are they dating? I don't know. Let's ask him. Let's make him ask for parents for a loan. Son, I managed to convince your father to help out financially this one time. Best of luck to your endeavors, your mother. Okay, Anna. Dear Miss Huang, we have delighted to announce that you've been admitted for the coming school year. We look forward to you in the fall. New York School of Dramaturgy. Lacking funds, and Anna is going to have to give up her studies. Have her come across a loan application form. Broadcast ads for student jobs on TV. I'm not putting our girl in debt, so she can do this. Applied for over 137 jobs with no success. The system doesn't work. Just discrimination is reality our country refuses to see. Discrimination, sorry. Interviews with Anna Huang during the anti-discrimination march. Interesting. 1981, we're going to the future. Just a little bit of a jump. Welcome to 1981. I see their parents, but there's no trace of either Anna or Henry. What do you have to do? Okay, what's up with Henry? What did he do? He leaves the country? Henry Hellman, CEO of Hellflix, announces that arrival of renting outside of the United States. Okay. Anna Extra Bush. Temp check. I will do a temperature check. Right now it is cold in here. Technically, without the little heater I have on, it's 19. No, it's 16 degrees Celsius, also known as 62 degrees Fahrenheit. But like at ground level, it's like a lot warmer. This heater is putting out about 80 degrees, 125 degrees Fahrenheit. Says the heater is doing 51 degrees Celsius. I don't believe that. That's not true. All right. An event requires your immediate attention. Have you ever wondered if you were really working for good guys? Dude, all I've been doing is being a matchmaker. I don't need a deep thinking. Have you ever thought we too have the power to influence your life? Unless, of course, you can do America a small favor. Oh, that sounds like a threat, doesn't it? What are the red dots on? Change a point in history, Watergate scandal, make it disappear without a trace. Why? Watergate scandal? Why would I care about Richard Nixon's scandal of trying to like get some documents and stuff like that? After elevation of his plot to the wiretap his political opponents, you will return home safe and sound in America better off than ever before. Once in which President Nixon never has to resign. So either we erase Watergate or we erase Nixon from history. Let's go with the nuclear option and just get rid of Nixon altogether. You can't do normal ABW operations have resumed. We apologize for an unexpected interruption. Okay. Back to my boy. Choose a folder. Henri, dear diary, I was expecting to be nostalgic going back to the neighborhood where I was born. I passed by the grocery store and nothing has changed. Anna, dear diary, this year I will be celebrating Christmas with the family in New York. I'm just scared that no matter what path I choose, my mother will never be proud of me. I mean, I'm going to turn off the music and be serious for a second. Just because your parents aren't proud of you doesn't mean you shouldn't be proud of you. Simple as that, Anna, my girl. Don't listen to your parents just because they are setting unrealistic goals for you or such. You're a movie star, or maybe a movie star. Weren't you in E.T.? I don't know. Oh, wait, that means they'll be in the same neighborhood again. It's now or never. We got to try something. Okay. Music back on. So silly. Dear Diary, this is a year I'll be celebrating Christmas. Yeah. I think we already knew this. Christmas 1983. Without realizing, Anna and Henry are both in New York City. Have them both in the same location. Have them never see each other again. No. I don't know why we're rooting for these two, but we're having them in the same location. I see them. They're on the sidewalk. Henry's walking next to her. Oh, it's the star from his last movie. And there's Anna leaving an audition. She doesn't seem too confident about it, if you ask me. There we go. They recognize each other, and Henry is about talking to her to grab coffee at the cafe. They're really talking up a storm. I think it's just asked her. Oh no, a couple just sat at the table in front of them. They're blocking my view. I've got to know what happens. Quick, Anna's diary. Dear Diary, I saw Henry again. It's been more than 20 years since I last time. Wow. That's wild. Really? 1960s 63 is when they went on a walk together, and they haven't seen each other in 20 years. You haven't kept in touch. What state are we in? New York? I assume we're in New York. Just because they were talking about the New York City and stuff like that. The way Henry listens to me so intentionally had a big effect on me. We came from almost the same place, and yet our lives have been so different. I didn't even have to ask him. He was determined to help me make my dreams come true. What's the point of success in life if we can't help our friends out, he added. Okay. Please wait. We're jumping to 2024? Let's go further into the future and see what happened. Did they get married? Did they become homies? Did she become a superstar? All right, the jump has happened. Oh, clearly things have changed a bit. There's now a cinema on the corner, but don't worry, as long as we complete our assignments, ABW is happy. All right, what's happened in Henry? Producer Henry Hellman to receive honorary Omar. Hellfix founder turned movie producer is notable responsible for Jane Bond. Oh, so they made James Bond, but it's Jane Bond. The crossover no one saw coming. So what's up with Anna? What is up with Anna? Among the 9 actresses who have played Jane Bond, Hong is the favorite of the fans and critics alike. So it looks like they helped each other out. Producer, it's talking about for a documentary on Anna Huang's career. Both Anna and Henry saw their careers skyrocket after the chance reunion a few years ago. Aka like 20. And now, not only one, it doesn't seem to get a promotion, nothing will. Okay. Make someone ordinary extraordinary. Create a cinema icon. Plus 5,000 points. That's a successful event. Create a business icon. I did both. Look at my points, chat. I've got so many points. Create a musical icon. We did not. Unknown ending, unknown ending. Assignment accomplished. Now just once, but twice, we can make a great team. Hurry up and get your stuff. The next floor is up. So shall we head up, or would you rather unlock some other endings? Finish the first assignment at least once. We're climbing the floors. I'm tired of looking at this ugly ass skyline. Yeah, this is you've made it. Bigger office, lots more folders. Wider desk, you would say. Let's look at what's that? Just a lot of folders. I guess we are getting a better office in the sense that it's less just somebody's lockers. Yeah, I don't mention the part about Nixon, but everything else worked out real great. Rat, welcome in. How you doing? Now we get to look at the skyline of a burger house, and a better world has a bunch of advertising. I would feel like if I was a company called A Better World, I wouldn't actively be advertising that we're changing history or had the technology to be changing history. Wouldn't you want to keep that on the DL? So that like if somebody was like, hey, so there's this this corporation that has no oversight is actively like changing history. Can we like stop that? Welcome to the second floor. I mean, have you seen this office? Sure feels like we're starting to play in the big leagues now. Look out the window. We can hardly see the people down there. This time the manager's going to give us an assignment that's some real history stakes for sure. I can feel it. Computer, show us our next assignment. Improve global nutrition. What the fuck? Okay. Improve global nutrition. Global cuisine deserves better than a powerful ultra processed food industry ruling it today, giving humanity a healthy boost by improving nutrition. Okay. Sounds interesting. Oh, so we're getting rid of a junk food. Not exactly what I was expecting. But look at the bright side. If we do a good job here, I'll be even better at ABW. That's you better. I mean, I've got to look things for people to spend a bit more time on farmers markets and a bit less time at fast food restaurants, right? I mean, really what it sounds like we need to do is just make people work less hours so they have more time to spend on things at home, aka like making their own food instead of having to be overworked and then man, okay, we're getting to some crux of the matter here with social issues. All right, let's figure out how we're gonna fix nutrition for making a 4-day work week. How about that? We're going to 1450. Let's head back to the very beginning of New York City. Okay, what's in 1450? Yo, this is where the dinosaur showed up last time. Welcome to 1450. Hold up. New York didn't exist yet. Give me a sec. Just gotta update my database real quick. Computer, show us the possible ways to complete our assignment. Champion Indian cuisine, Mayan cuisine, French cuisine. Can I get champion Senegalese cuisine? You'll be figuring it all out at a time in history that rather complicated, as if it's time in history that isn't rather. Anyways, let's go get to it. Indian cuisine and Mayan cuisine. What is Mayan cuisine? Just Mexican food without all the more based in the Yucatan Peninsula. Champion of French food. I don't know. Not big fan of French food. Maybe just not hot enough of it to say yay or nay that. I don't really know what Senegalese food has in it. I would imagine, like any culture, rice and beans. All of these probably have rice and beans except for the French. All right, let's get to it. Welcome to 1450. Mayan, France, India, Senegal. Let's see what the Mayans are up to. The Mayan civilization expanded in the 16th century, encompassing several Central American populations. Organized into city-states, the Mayans numbered in the millions. They also did a lot of... Can I turn that off for a second? Christopher Columbus sailed to the Americas, which were quickly, violently colonized by Spain. Sink Christopher Columbus's ship, rallied Columbus to the Mayan cause. I mean, they brought the plague, so if that's the real question. If Christopher Columbus doesn't make it to the States, that just means that somebody else will eventually come out and do it, like eventually sail to the New World and try to get it going. Rally Columbus to the Mayan cause. I guess that's the better of these two, because in theory, sinking his stuff, but he still brings plague. Let's see this one. Other Europeans will come in. It does not matter what you shall give them. They shall always want more and more. Only a strong civilization trained in the ways of European warfare could hope to prevail. Rally cry for Christopher Columbus to the Mayan people. We need gold to purchase cannons and ships. To have gold, we must have something to sell. What have we to offer the Europeans? Coffee. It's inevitable, ain't it? Imagine the Ottoman reaching the New World. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about... That's kind of why the New World got colonized, wasn't it? Because the Ottomans were taking over Mediterranean trade as well as Silk Road. So they were like, we need better trade routes that isn't controlled by the Ottoman Turks. Okay, try Mayan black gold hot chocolate. Every day new flavors and find their way to the European corn, tobacco, potatoes, and of course cocoa beans. Cool. All right, let's try Indian next. In the 15th century, Vijayan, this is an empire in CK3, I feel like, isn't it? I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this. Vijay, how do you say this? Vijayangara. I don't think that's how you say it at all. But Vasco da Gama opens sea route to India, allowing the Portuguese to profit from Indian goods. Have the French sail faster. Spark an Indian rebellion targeting European ships. This is like an anti-colonialist run right now. That's essentially what we're doing. Turn on the tunes again. Why is it? Okay, well, it's silly. Spark an Indian rebellion targeting European ships. Sure. If Europeans want our goods, they'll have to deal with us. The rebellion has touched all Indian ports. Neither the French nor the English will be able to get rich trading from Indian spices. Computer, how much money are we talking about here? Losing about, is that 200 million pounds? Which is today money, error. Yeah, that makes sense. The empire existing from 14th century, so I guess it's not there. Yeah, I don't know. Senegal. From the 16th century onward, where is Senegal? Like, I know this is bad, guys, but I don't actually know where Senegal is. It's like on the west coast, right? Oh yeah, it's right. It like encapsulates Gambia. I knew that. It's like the weird, like the Gambia has all the river, but Senegal is all around it, which such a weird thing to happen. They're also good at soccer, or at least they made a decent showing in World Cup last World Cup, I think. From the century translation, slave trade wrenched thousands of Africans from homeland to the Americas. Incite revolts on slave ships, rally the Mayan people against the enslavers. Sounds good. Senegal and Mayans together for freedom. Official statement from the Mayan Emperor Pakal II confirms deployment of troops. Thanks to our friends across the Atlantic, we continue to grow stronger. Soon will come the day where all the Europeans who try to capture us will pay for their... This is like I'm making an alternate timeline where essentially all the European powers fail in their endeavors to colonize. Anti-colonial run. That's what we're doing here. I guess that's what they want. Okay, now it's time for the French. As 100 Years' War against England rages on, France has fallen behind in the age of discovery. Joan of Arc, a young peasant girl who's heard the voice, offers to help the King of France. Put her in charge of the whole army. Stop Joan of Arc. I mean, how does stopping Joan of Arc help our endeavor to make French food popular in New York? I don't know. Stop Joan, which means do the French lose the 100 Years' War and the English take it over? And because they take over France, they finally get more of that better cuisine? Or does English cuisine reign supreme in France as well? Putting her in charge of the whole army is what happened last time, so let's just run it back. French soldiers led by Joan of Arc have crossed into London, captured by English, and the miraculous feat Joan of Arc leads to a rapid change towards English, giving France a definitive victory in the 80 Years' War. Wow, they shortened it. Today, England, tomorrow, the world. Charles the Ninth? Memories on reaching maritime expedition. Let's go, Kevin. Welcome in, Barry the Berry. How are you doing? 1600. So now France is the big bad because they captured England so early? Well, you'll all find out into the heads of the planet. Could you even imagine if it was flat? No. No, I don't know. All right. So it's what? Wait. 1600. There doesn't seem to be... Okay, I was about to say. Doesn't seem to much changed over here. Welcome to 1600. Choose a folder. Let's go with the Mayans. What's the point of drinking tea if you can't add sugar? Elizabeth, Queen of England, commenting on the economic tensions with the Mayan Empire. 3 Mayan merchant ships ransacked by the angry mob in London. Recent rise in prices of sugar from the Americas as a result of conflict between England and Mayan Empire. I wish there was like a little map that showed you like what was going on. Oh, there is a change. There are boats down there. Charles the 7th, BT dub. Are we sure? Oh, it's 7. Yeah, V is 5. Why did I think 9th? You're right. Recent rise in the price of sugar. England and Mayan has set off a powder keg. Mayan emperor is looking for an alliance, trade wars with England. Proposed alliance with the French. Proposed alliance with the people of North America. I mean, run it back with the French. That's just going to be a new Paradox game with the maps. English siege of Tenochtitlan has finalized the end thanks to the French. Wait, that's not what I said I meant to do. Hold up. Is that what I meant to do? I guess I didn't read the fine print. Freedom popcorn, which quickly won over the people of France. A French extravagance there will be threatens Mayan culture. Within growing ease of access to meat and sweets, Mayans have embraced French cuisine. Should we be worried? Maybe. Palace of Versailles shall spread the French glory across the world. Louis the 10th, the 14th, King of France. Make the palace twice as big. Meals served at the court so delightful that nobles from all the continents that they were quickly to bring such customs and recipes back home. All right, India, what do you got going on, girl? We have become too dependent on English merchants selling our goods in Europe while taking large commissions. Emperor Jagir Proposed trade alliance with the French. Open Indian trade ports. Open India trade posts in Europe. Reverse colonization. Let's see it. The secret to success of the Indian spices. The first serving is free. Autobiography of Indian merchants that in Paris whose spices quickly won over the French elite as well as the ordinary people. Finally, the French have figured out the salt and pepper aren't the only spices that exist. Wow, just getting torn up. The secret to my fortune. Each spoonful costs a little more than the last. This just sounds like drug dealing. European economy weakens by trade deficiency. Each day we grow more and more dependent on Indian goods, declares English minister. All right. What happened to the music? Why is it just static? We've taken back control of our land. Senegal shall become the greatest empire that in the world and has ever seen. Charlotte the first former slave turned first empress of Senegal. It's 1652, I mean. We must become more powerful if we wish to survive. Expand trades with the Americas, colonize lands in the Mediterranean Sea. Expand trade with the Americas. Senegal has now become part of the transatlantic trade. Louis the 14th. My king is increasing in Senegalese merchants' vessels sailing from Americas has started to become worrisome. 1800s. The computer wants us to jump forward in time. Okay. The beginning of the Industrial Revolution in 1800. So thus far, it seems like we've kind of screwed over the Mayans. Wait, this is not 1800s. What are we doing here, computer? Choose a folder. Okay. Henri! Dear diary, will she make it to our date today? We're back in time? Oh, I think I get it. Look outside. By seeing what orders, we'll be able to figure out which... computer, show us the restaurant menu, please. Show us the restaurant menu, please. Tandoori chicken chips, samosas and chips, lentil dali and chips. So it sounds like samosas is Indian cuisine. Tandoori chicken is also Indian. Lentils and dal chips, I assume, is also Indian, but I don't know. Good news, the burgers are off the menu. We're getting somewhere. Bit of an odd mix to replace. It seems like the Indian cuisine has taken the lead. Though we'll definitely still have to keep an eye on those English chips. Okay. Back to 1800s. Come on, let's head to the 1800s and get rid of all that. What? That's not what... They didn't have... What's going on here? Welcome to the 1800s? That doesn't look like the 1800s at all. They had paved roads like that, and they have AC units? Wild. Okay, well, let's start with the mines. Doesn't seem to change. Must we sacrifice our forests just to build thousands of smokestacks? While the industrialization in England races ever forward, the Mayan people are unsure of the following in their footsteps. Fast development of 1800s, yes. The Mayan people are reluctant to industrialize and are at risk of falling behind other countries. Turn to the English for help with industrialization. Reject the world of factories. I mean, if we want their cuisine to survive, do they need to industrialize? Not technically, but... Because rejecting the world of factories means they still are an agrarian society, so they can't mass produce things as well as like the English can. And then the English eventually overtake them. But like, it's the 1800s. No longer are we in the age of countries being able to take large swaths of land anymore without like major uprisings and stuff like that. Let's see what rejecting world of factories. Another world is possible, the one that we've been protecting all these years. Mayan Emperor Pakal III. I invite to the rest of the world. South American latest cultural craze. New South American restaurants are popping up through Europe while farmers are trying out Mayan agricultural methods. Discover how quinoa made its mark in the Europe. In the last few years, the South Americans plant has become a symbol of the world without factories. Huh. Kind of worked out in our favor. The steam engine revolution, France lags behind their English neighbors. Invent electric trains or invent a French-style dining car. What? I don't know how these two have anything to do with each other, but well, the Dar al-Islam run also taught us that the uprising isn't really 1800s thing only. True. Invent the electric train. A new newer work of electrical railway is spanning through France. Next up, the rest of Europe? Question mark. Lightning bolt towards the lightning. From what I'm reading here, it seems that instead of the Eiffel Tower, French built tower shaped like a huge lightning bolt, lit up entirely by electricity. Paris has become a popular tourist destination. I mean, we haven't changed much there, I guess. Electricity on the go cookings is here. Open 24 hours. Illumination styles sell delicious French classic tourist cravings. All right, India. The end of the world risk detected. This is super important alert, sometimes changing history, kind of like the dead end timeline. One of our missions at Always Do Better is a better world. I mean, is to find archives. Clearly, something's going on in India that we should mess with. Let's keep the tab open. Okay. Inauguration of a rail line out of Dakar, the very first to be built in the African continent. Look. Oh, trains. Are they planning on having it come all the way to New York? Quite a detour, but also quite a show off. Ever first to be built. Route the line to India, route the line to South America. How are you gonna fucking build a train line over the ocean? India makes the most sense. I don't know. Fuck it, we ball. Dakar, Buenos Aires, no longer separated by the ocean. The new rail line is clearly aimed at posting. I guess you're going under the water, but that seems really dangerous for how long you'd be under the water. The Americans strengthen the bond between Senegal and the Mayan empires every day. This globe is really excited. Goodness gracious, the train is super close. Are you seeing all these pollution? Wait. Pollution? I would never. All right, 1945. Jump to the future. If you avoid having to deal with Armageddon, I don't know I missed what they were saying. All right, 1945 from 1800s. Our rail system is here. Warning, high probability of the world ending timeline detected. Computer, clarify the nature of the threat. Oh no, what did I do, guys? Nonviolence is the weapon of the strong, and the atomic bomb is for deterring those who are trying to deviate from it. Gandhi, India political leader, in his speech that the world to the world on the Indian atomic bomb. Damn, it's just like Civ, chat. It's just like Civ, where Gandhi's got nukes. Since when did India have nuclear weapons? I mean, since for a while. India has historically supported the science and made wealthy through commerce. They have been able to take decisive technological lead over the global powers. English ambassador. Okay, but that doesn't explain why Gandhi decided to toughen up his pacifism. After an illustrious career in political activism, Gandhi was elected president on the promise of using atomic bombs to finally bring about the world peace for good. They literally took the plot from every Civ game ever and were like, hey, by the way, we want to make a very sketchy situation. Perry the Berry, thank you for the lyric. So silly. Okay. The G7 orders India to renounce all atomic research, or else they have heavy political, economic, and military reprisals. Statement from G7, co-chaired by the France and the United Kingdom. First, they ignore you, then they'll mock you. You launch an atomic bomb at them, and you win. Dude, Gandhi's feeling extra spicy. Oh no, look at the sky. The armies are just declared a state of emergency. He's really gonna do it. The world is the problem. The atomic bomb is the solution. Assignment cancels. Scheduled. No computer. We can still save this assignment. We can save it. I swear. India is about to drop several atomic bombs on the whole world. Speak knowledge on nuclear weapons to other countries. Threaten to erase Gandhi from history. I don't know. This was all about cuisine, dog. I didn't realize we were going to end up in nuclear war. Spread knowledge on nuclear weapons to other countries. That just seems like a tough time if we're going to nuke everybody else. But if we threaten to erase Gandhi from history, does that just ease bombs from being dropped? It seems like Gandhi's the real problem here. I don't know if another Indian leader is going to rise up and be as problematic as them, but let's find out. You know, you just broke so many rules. I don't even have the space to tell you them. Wait, we just got a message. What they're gonna do if they know they're gonna get nuked? Yeah, I don't know. Just build more nukes and nuke back quickly. New message. A better world company is the problem. The bomb is the solution. Gandhi. He knows about us. Close your eyes. It's gonna be a bright one. Oh. All I wanted to do, chat, was just make them have better cuisine, and now we've made a nuclear. Definitely going to be a lot harder to improve global nutrition now. Historical event 0, end of timeline. All we can do now is restart the assignment over. What did I do wrong? I empowered India to make nukes? If the press button will erase all the temporary change. Okay. So we go back to 1450, all the way to the beginning. How did I where did I go wrong? All right. It was somehow making India too powerful. That I didn't realize that was gonna cause nuclear war. But that's on me, chat. I'll wear that one for sure. Jesus. So silly. Okay. Also the music is it's annoying to me that there's no music on this one. Can I like change the station? All right, well. Start with the Mayans. I think we didn't go wrong there. That was not the problem. India. Let's see if have the French sail faster. Let's see if that... The French outpaced the Vasco da Gama legend and has it French sailors were able to overtake the Portuguese by eating their meals faster. Okay. 100 Years War. We had Joan take over the army. Let's see Joan... That was fine. I think that was fine. Okay. And then Senegal rally with the Mayan people. Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize my problems were all based on that. Okay. Now 1650. Jump forward in time. Bing, 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 bing. Okay. 1600s. The boats are showing up. We'd say the Mayans are mad because the sugar proposed an alliance. The Mayan Empire is looking for allies in their trade war with England. Proposed an alliance with the French. Proposed an alliance with the North Americans this time. Together we'll push out the English invaders. Treaty friends from the Iroquois of North America. In North and South America, marriage Maya Emperor Pakal married the daughter of Iroquois chief yesterday, signing an alliance that will extend the Mayan territories up to the North America. That's probably going to be a problem. Make pals twice as big. Hell yeah. India. We have become too dependent on the French merchants selling our things. Propose a trade alliance with the English. Nothing like doing that. Out with the beef eaters. Found it on the wall as the great royal port of Pondicherry. Okay. Urgent evacuation of Pondicherry amid Indian uprising. The last French ships left the port in the morning, marking the end of centuries colonial presence in India. Okay. Senegal, we said expand trade with the Americas. Okay. So it's slightly different this time around. Now it's 1800s. Still strange with the burgers and shit, but whatever. Oh no, we're back. Oh, that's right. Choose a folder. That's right. We're checking in on Henry. What kind of cuisine we got? Empanadas and chips, guacamole and chips, ceviche and chips. So it seems like at this point, Mayan food, aka Mexican food, is happening a big to do. Good news, burgers are off the menu. Being said, seems like we're seeing a good deal of Mayan dishes, though we definitely still have to keep an eye on English ships. Okay. So the Mayans are winning this time instead of the French. Will the Indians nuke again? Or will the French nuke this time? Who's to say? All right. Choose a folder. What did that say? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Must we sacrifice our forests? That's right. We said this last time, and now the cuisine is spread more. Maybe we should have done something different there. Electric trains. I think that's fine. End of the world risk again. Let's do the route to India this time. Dhaka, New Delhi, a new journey by train that lasts around 12 days will seal friendship between Senegal and India. Maybe that's the thing, is that we need friendship between the other nations and India. For whatever reason, they decide not. Maybe they won't nuke this time. Warning, high probability of world ending. Okay. Nonviolence, atomics, after lustrous career in political blah, blah, blah. G7. We have this again. The world is the problem. Atomics is assignment cancellation scheduled. No computer, we can still save it. Okay. All right, this time we spread the knowledge of nuclear weapons to other countries. G7 would like to inform the India that we also have atomic technology, and we now hesitate to retaliate. Did you really just give the atomic bombs to the whole planet? Yes. I mean, last time we erased Gandhi, they still nuked us. Now that we can all destroy each other, we no longer have to reason to do so. From the smallest to the strongest piece is now reality for everyone. So they just wanted me to... That's where we went wrong. Is the fact that I didn't give nukes to everybody so that Gandhi wouldn't nuke everybody. What a weird future. All right, 2024. I think Mayan culture won. Now that we managed to narrowly avoid disaster, let's get back to the business. Welcome. Henry is still waiting for someone to eat lunch. Let's see what Henry's eating this time. Hey, still down for lunch today? Yes. Computer, I've asked who that number belongs to. Is it Anna? Number's blocked. That's odd. It's almost like the system is blocking us out. Okay. Whatever, we'll figure that out later. For now, we've got to focus on our assignment. Let's improve the nutrition. That way Henry and his mysterious guest can eat something to get light. Tortilla soup, chimichanga, ceviche, and chips. So it's just comida mexicana. Let's go. Why are we going back to 1948? Just to see Mayan cuisine. Welcome to 1948. The world is recovering from violence of World War II. There are those who have been feeding the growing population and those who seek to consolidate the strength of the world and change the power dynamic. 97% of the time, we fail to avoid global conflict in the 20th century. Perhaps it is an echo of crimes of centuries past or a culmination of modernity. Or maybe its desire for self-destruction is just in the know. Who knows? Someone else will figure it out. Okay. Tip: these are many ways to make the world a better place. Wait a minute. Going to be a bug. Whether you do, don't press that button. Inauguration of a new Better World company office. The end of the war is it's time for a better world. Clockmaker Collective has started researching into technology capable of correcting history, erasing humanity greatest mistakes. A machine that can change history. If we combine our knowledge, we can make it happen. Reported from the first Clockmakers meeting. It isn't failure that frightens me, but our possible success in bringing such a machine into existence. The responsibility required would be unfathomable. Reporter 1, commentary from Founder 2. Let's make a pact. If we succeed, someone in the future will read these sentences. All we have to do is right now. Therefore, it is wait until someone gives us a sign. And if there is no sign, then that means it didn't work. Or worse, we destroyed the future and thus the world. Warn them of a gas leak? Sure. Is it just me, or did the heater turn way up all of a sudden? Open the window. Doesn't that smell like gas in here? Thank you to ABU existence. Can you believe it? ABW. Look at what your face. You just lottery test. We give all the new recruits. Okay. By trying to interfere with events involved in ABU, you have ignored the instructions given by Globes. As someone who's major in language, do you have advice for the language of self-learner? I mean, the hard thing about learning a language is unless you're fully immersed in said language, it's going to be really difficult to become proficient in it. I mean, that's why I studied abroad and have done like several trips abroad to Latin America and other Spanish speaking countries, because español es el otro idioma que puedo hablar. But it really, for me, I kind of have a hard time of like, I don't have a normal way of having learned Spanish, because I grew up learning both English and Spanish at the same time in a dual language program. So that was a not traditional path. At least a lot of Americans, at least in all of the states, didn't grow up doing that. I know a lot of people learned another language in high school, but I started learning it in like kindergarten. So that helped out a lot. So obviously you can't go back and do that, but I would say if you're able to, I know that's like, this is a big if, but like being able to do like 2-3 weeks in another country in the language you're trying to learn really does help expand your immersion. Obviously that's financially not capable for everybody to do that. Outside of that, I would say probably just like immersing yourself in those people's, if they have like a diaspora in that country, in your country, that the language you want to learn, immersing yourself in that, and that would be the next base thing. But yeah, I don't have good advice, to be honest. not cheap advice, let's say that, or without a time machine. By interacting interface, we event involved in ABW, you have ignored the instructions given by Globus. South Americans have been overrun by fish and chips, with English food becoming more and more popular amongst Mayan politicians are looking for ways to combat British propaganda. Guacamole party brings the whole family. Enchiladas spice up your savings. Which make a difference kind of cuisine that chooses a single dish is impossible. I mean, guacamole is probably by far everybody's favorite consumption of like Latin American food. I feel like avocados are super, everybody likes a good avocado. So let's make a party about it. People in Senegal and India are loving it. This is something for everyone. Comments in Indian cuisine. Look, guacamole party. Bring the whole family. Oh, it's like an advertisement over there. Interesting. Coca-Cola, a symbol of peace between countries by combining coca leaves from South America with cola nut from Senegal, and Coca-Cola is the establish of a global alliance. Arepas are better than guacamole. I mean, that's so wrong. I do not agree. As somebody, I don't even like guacamole. I don't even eat avocado, but arepas are like, I don't know. I like sweet arepas, but like savory ones are not my favorite. It's like for those who don't know what an arepa is, I'll bring up a little photo so you can see what I'm talking about. It's like a little corn cake or patty, essentially. Think of like an English muffin, but made of cornmeal. Let's see. No, arepas are just okay. I'm gonna say it. I'll say it once. I'll say it with my whole chest. If this gets me canceled, I'm fine with that. Window capture. Arepas are like, so they're like, they come in many different ways. They're essentially like a little cornmeal patty that you can put anything in or between. It's kind of like, imagine like bread. It's like just another type of bread. You can put like, you can make them savory, you can make them sweet. I personally just don't like cornmeal that much to make like a little sandwich out of it. But that's just me as somebody who lived in Colombia for like 3 months. I would say arepas they're just okay. I'm gonna say it. I'll take that on the chin and say they're just okay. Looks like a potato bread. But it's made with cornmeal for the most part. So it's like a little mealy, I would say, but flavors are pretty good overall. Obviously, you can see people make them like for breakfast stuff and make them with cheese and stuff like that, and like pulled pork. It looks like right there, but I'm not a big arepas guy. I want to see your full Colombian tier list. I mean, the hard thing. Don't take this the wrong way. It's gonna be a problem. I think Latin American food, when it comes to Latin American food, Mexican food is the best. And then probably after that, it's Peruvian for me. Colombian is okay. I think they do a really good job with proteins like meat and chicken and fish. They do a really good job. Same with Argentinian food. But in general, as an American, I would say they under spice their food a little bit too much for my liking. I feel like there is, like, especially compared to Mexican food. For me, when my first introduction to a lot of food in outside of the States is Mexican food. And that food has a lot of different variety and flavors and spicy level. And I really like spicy food. But I would say, without being offensive, I think a lot of Colombian and Argentinian food and even Chilean food is very bland for my palate. That doesn't mean it isn't good. It's just pretty bland for me. But I do like certain things that each country makes and does. Like choripan, pretty fun from Chile. Obviously, Argentina does decent with steak and stuff like that. But like, steak is pretty easily created in most places. But they do asados really, really, really well. Colombian food, I would say their fruit is probably the best thing that comes out of Colombia. Like guanabana and what is the other couple ones that I really liked? Guanabana was the one I liked the most because it's like this. God, now we're just gonna have to Google guanabana because nobody's had that either. This stream has just turned into. This is what happens when the stream turns into cuisine time. It's called something. It's called soursop, I think. Everywhere else. But yeah, soursop, also known as guanabana. It's like this weird like fruit that you can use the pulp, and it's really sweet, or can be really sweet. But I like the beverage that's made from it. Jugo de guanabana, or juice of soursop, is really, really good. I really enjoy it. I haven't really had it in the States, at least fresh. I've had like processed versions of it. It's not as good as like the like juice makers on the side of the road who are just like, yo, you got that jugo de guanabana? And I'm like, fuck yeah. All right, so sorry. We're trying to make cuisine happen in a better world, and I'm talking about otherworldly cuisines. This game's got me talking on Cuisine Talk. The government has decided to continue wartime food rations to conserve the country's resources. What were we talking about? Importing the solution to the food crisis. As French agricultural struggles to recover, more and more international products are taking over French shelves. Charles de Gaulle is here. We must retain control over our food supplies at all costs. General Charles de Gaulle, following the violent incident in ration lines across the world, or across the country. Politicians are struggling to decide how to handle the continent's contentious subject of food in France. Stop importing international foods. Give international dishes a French twist. That's always going to give people what they want. Today's top chefs launch their latest culinary creations, combination of two cultures, and maybe cultures that maybe aren't so different after all. Coming to a restaurant near you, frog legs empanadas. I wonder how they'll return. Frog leg empanadas. That sounds terrible. Frog leg empanadas is not the best of ideas. Frog legs have been old hat for years. Stuffed in them into an empanada isn't enough to bring them back. Yikes, chat. My idea didn't work out so good. All right, what's up with Henry? What has Henri got going on? What's on the menu? It's still Mayan food, I think. Welcome to 2024. All right, Henry. I'm sorry, I'll be late. That's something important we have to talk about? What a mysterious person. Thus, just make this all more romantic and exciting. As for the menu chance, let's see what's on the menu. Tortilla soup, chimichanga, ceviche chips. So nothing has changed. Back to the 1950s. Okay. System is running at 95% capacity. Yeah, we did something, and more we impact the world around us, the closer we get to the limit of ABW's tech. In the second half of the 20th century, global nutrition is facing numerous challenges. There's been an unprecedented rise in population due to the increased agricultural production. Globus, this is our last chance to do something. The end of the war that has radically changed the cuisine across the world. It's now or never. We can't let junk food win. What? England? England wants to modernize their farming practices, finance the development of new chemical fertilizer, promote organic farming. I don't know how this is going to affect... What? England. Finance development of new chemical... fertilizer. I mean, does that help? How does organic farming help nutrition? I assume the fertilizer is the bad decision here, so let's go with the bad decision. Great. All the excess production sure needs seems nice. Come and talk to me in 50 years when the plants... With the yields higher than ever, England potatoes are flooding the market across the globe. Corn is struggling to compete with the booming English potato, which is hilarious because the potato is from the New World. Meadows report warns of dangers ahead to the planet. UN has called an emergency summit to address pollution and effects. System is running at 97% capacity. Choose a folder. The world. Governments around the world have deeply divided in how to tackle global warming. What? We were just talking about food. Ban livestock farming. Promote eating increase as a replacement. Promote eating insects as a replacement meal. I mean, banning livestock farming would help a lot, but then it's just gonna cause for, I don't know. I feel like if you ban livestock food, then we're just gonna have like a bunch of like mafiosos, like gangs show up that like, you want some steak, illegal steak, we got you. Promote eating insects. Sure, let's see how insects and eggs work. Ever since the sausages were replaced with cricket, it just hasn't been the same, says an anonymous consumer. Eating insects has become a new culinary tradition. Mayan cuisine has been able to easily adapt to the new trends, opening the way for remarkable culinary discoveries. Malnutrition on the rise. How can we encourage healthy eating? The WHO has taken up the issue and is putting pressure on the governments around the world to take action. We're at 99% capacity. We got to move out our butts. This is taking something drastic. All right, USA. WHO summit. Americans are blocking all negotiations. Ban fast food chains or ban alcohol. I mean, we already banned alcohol once and we saw how that worked out. Not well. Let's just say, as an American, didn't work out great for us. This ban on fast food is just insulting. George Bush, 41st president of the United States, during the memorable speech to the WHO, Mayan agriculture crisis. Closures of fast food chains has caused the price of corn processed into fructose syrup to plummet. The Mayan Empire, primary product of corn worldwide, is facing economic collapse. France, the new clandestine fast food restaurants we discovered in the heart of Paris, authorities suspect the work of an American spy ring. I fucked this world up, chat. Globus, back to 2024 to see what happens. It looks like a French and Colombian flag. Henry, lunch partner has arrived. Give me a sec. I'm downloading some lip reading software. And we're good. Let's see then. Choose the folder. So Anna, what looks good to you? Henry says to Anna. I like to take a sopa de tortilla, please. Sopa de tortilla. Not sopa de tortilla. It's tortilla soup. Nice. Mine guacamole is now everyone go-to appetizer. Okay. Quinoa has replaced wheat and rice on the plate the world over. In France, in Spanish, omelets or tortillas has replaced with croissants for breakfast. It feels like humans are animals replacing plastic and gas absorbing CO2. Corn can do anything. Address the UN by the Mayan Empress. Henry, there's something I'd have to tell you. Uh-oh, what is Anna gonna say? That's odd. Why isn't this assignment ending? This is going to sound super weird, but I'm getting the feeling that my life isn't really mine. Oh no, Anna, what are you talking about, girl? Your life is your own. I haven't been meddling in your existence since you're a young child. I'm just like, I'm a good person, I swear. What was that? Did she figure out that we're messing with her life? Yes, she has figured that out. Can I get these plates out of your way? Maybe something for dessert, the waiter says. Let's go somewhere else a little more private. No. And there they go. But let's look at the bright side. Mayan cuisine is on the top. Mayan cuisine is on top. Good job, us. Yeah, I don't know how I was supposed to make any of these other foods on top too. There you go. We finished the assignment. Honest with you, I thought we'd definitely be fired by now. Wow. Seems like ABW was right to trust you. We're getting closer and closer to the very top. And what's at the top? Juicy assignment. Finally, something complex issues. Now it's up to you. Do you want to go up a floor, or would you rather try another cuisine? Let's climb the floor. I'm done with the cuisine talk. We've had enough cuisine to understand what's going on here. But yes, thank you for everybody on Twitch, on YouTube, on TikTok. I hope you've been enjoying our stream thus far. I should be reading what's going on. This seems like the more of a punishment. Okay, now we have no window. We're in like a server room of sorts, it looks like. Still have our intercom. Yeah, we're in like the server room. Welcome to the 3rd floor. Drop employee productive cause availability of window. Ergo window will be covered until further notice. Management would like to remind all employees that above all, our mission is for utmost importance. Why can't we look at the window? Okay. Well, that's dramatic. I guess blocking our access to the game on the computer wasn't enough, right? Enough talk. Well, let's check out our new assignment. We'll probably do one more assignment and call it for today. I've been enjoying our time with this little game, but it's I imagine this will take us another 30 minutes and then we'll probably pop off. Okay. Technologies will allow us to communicate from computer to computer, even in the midst of a nuclear apocalypse. The U.S. government in the events of direct confrontation with the USSR. Have you ever thought about how this is something that smallest chance that make history happen? Take a Superman, for example. The dude lands smack dab in the middle of the American countryside. He's adopted by working class Americans, blah, blah, blah. You know the story. But what if he landed in 150 miles away from a rich family, or if he ended up on the other side of the world in the USSR? Would have been much better for Superman. I think the same. If we change how it all starts, we should be able to easily make it. Choose a folder. There are many. What's our goal? Improve the internet. Possible assignments. Replace the internet with what is it? ARPANET? Replace the internet with Mintel? Replace the internet with Rusnet. Oh, okay. It's saying destroy the internet. Build a transparent internet. Let's go ahead and just destroy the internet. No internet for anybody. That's it. That's our goal. We're just trying to destroy the internet. I think that's an easy one. All right. Let's start off with the American government plans on investing $1 million to fund development of ARPANET. Is that just American internet? Get an unlimited budget. Give up on the project. We're destroying the internet. Chat. The money previously to allocate the internet instead used to research more offensive methods of dealing with the USSR. An American general during an anonymous statement to the press. Real war doesn't happen on screens. The same American general still off this record. USSR has halted the creation of the Russian internet network due to lack of budget. Connect the USSR to the American ARPANET. Steal their technology. Let's connect it. Why did we decide to connect the American technology? Let me explain. It's 1967. Leonid Brezhnev, leader of the USSR. In the event of nuclear apocalypse, we still are able to talk to each other, threaten each other, of course. Today marks the start of the KGB Rusnet Specialization Surveillance Branch. Berlin firewall and mighty electronic barrier was put in place to filter out the websites that dare to criticize the motherland, nothing more. Vladimir Simishchesny, I cannot pronounce that word, director of the EKGB, the EKGB, such a weird thing to say, responded to accusations of the internet censorship. No ARPANET, no Rusnet. Without the resources, the American counterparts, the Soviet network isn't stable enough to continue operations. Okay. You're sure you don't pull any punches? You already managed to mess up 2 ways to achieve your objective. Yeah, I'm trying to blow the internet up. France. The end of the internet proves the superiority of the France Minelet. French President Valéry Giscard de... I don't know how to say that. 1981. Let's find out. I'm ready to 1981 was indeed an important year for the internet in France. Was it? Was it? We're going to blow up the internet too. Don't care. Oh. Wait. Hey, the poster Moulin Rouge, France has made it all the way to the... Wait. The world's first at-home terminal has arrived. Mininet. I can Minitel gives you access to the variety of services, businesses, and phone directions, train schedules, news, orders you for free today. Minute isn't the internet, it's better than the internet. Tired of struggling to find business or services providing you your needs? 3611. Connect to online directory, always up to date. Is your bakery getting more and more popular? Have you considered using the internet to conquer the world? Sending messages between users. One user has hijacked the system to create this unplanned feature. Higher ups at the France Telecom have clearly caught off guard. Are you thinking of what I'm thinking? I don't know. What am I thinking? Blocking the message service. Add official messaging system to Mininet. Block this service. All I wanted was to connect to people. Interview with Anne Huang, former internet activist who became famous by enabling users to send messages to each other. Anna, it's our girl. Making it easy for people to talk. Making it easier for people to talk. Take to each other. That's I think a spelling mistake, but we did already. It's called the French Revolution. Minister of the Interior responds to journalists. So thank you, but no thank you. Minister of the Interior responds to journalists. Number of users decline begins over the end. Since the message system was blocked, less than 2 years has lost 80% of its users. We managed to decision to shut down the internet several servers starting at the midnight on December 31st. Yes, we're destroying the internet. Only the online directory were still used for the time to time. I think we can all agree that a paper phone book would cost less than jobs just as well. Why are you mad? Okay, let's not freak out just yet, but I think we got rid of our last chance of having the internet. Let's go forward a bit in time and see what this is all leads to. No internet! Security breach! Oh, we're going to the future unknown. Computer, is everything okay? No, it's not okay, because I blew up the internet. Can I have my window back? This is my... Welcome 2006. Okay. There's many ways to make the world a better place. Let's choose Anna. I know who you are. I know what you're doing, and I intend to stop you in the life or in the another. I hope that the documents will help you understand who your employers really is. Don't you dare touch that button. I'm touching it, guys. Would you like to access this document? Yeah. Founding principles. What are you doing? I'm reading. All actions we take shall serve humanity. Our sole aim is to create a better world. Any self-serving act will be punished. Our purpose is more important than ourselves. Sacrifice is necessary. Sacrifice is necessary? No! A time anomaly erases one of your coworkers. Oh. You do not have the permission to access this folder. One employee saw her family disappear before her very eyes. You do not have the permission to access this folder. Dozens of your coworkers simply don't exist anymore. Their names have been erased from history. You do not have access to this folder. ABW is a criminal enterprise. She's making it all up. ABW has the systems in place to reduce. Avoid those kind of problems. It's not too late to leave. Nah, I gotta destroy the internet. Remember, it is strictly forbidden to read spam messages. They took away my window. I'm blowing up the internet for the first time minute. Back to 2024. Let's just forget about all that. Okay? Time to see what the internet is like in our time. It's gone. No existe. I blew it up. Can't see out the window, so can't even see what the internet's all about. Welcome to 2024. Order from your local Netflix stand and receive the movies in 1 week. Coming soon, Netflix theaters. We're facing a real boredom and loneliness epidemic. Wouldn't that make it less bored and such? Because now people still have to interact with each other. They can't go home and jork it. Sure. Sure, Kevin. Whatever you want. Find your next partner on Tinder Club, the new nightclub where love is in the air. Global deforestation. The latest tree in the Amazon was cut. Last tree in the Amazon was cut down this morning. Uptick in demand for paper replacing digital technology is the main reason for major deforestation. The rise of board games. Because they're getting rid of the internet, we know we made a world better place. We finished this assignment. Yes, we made it a better place. No internet. We destroyed the internet. Haha. We're so good at our job, chat. If they don't promote us, I don't know what they'll do. Build a transparent internet? That's not happening. We made the internet better by destroying it. You did it. We can go up a floor. I thought this assignment would take a lot longer. Or you can try it again. Nope. Up to the next floor. Hopefully we get our window back. If they don't give us our window back. Oh, they gave us it back. Whew. Look, we're in like a little science lab this time. A window. Now that's what I call a promotion. His manager buttering us up to give us a even harder mission, but that means that they will real results make humankind immortal. I guess that's rumors were right about it. But don't listen to the other globuses. They keep this managing own interest in mortality because it's getting older and afraid of dying. As if power people like them would ever put their personal interests ahead of that. All right, then. All we have to do is change history of the medical field just a bit. So what's the goal? Possible assignment outcomes. Make absolutely everyone immortal. Ooh. Make humankind immortal in controlled manner. Achieve digital immortality. Achieve immortality through cryonic preservation and reserve immortality from a select few. I like the one at the very bottom that says make absolutely everyone immortal. So let's try to make that come true. Trying to make everybody immortal. We're going to 1928. 1928 was the year that Alexander Fleming discovered... What was that? Discovered what? Discovered what? Syringes? Silly. Silly me, I don't know. Okay. Choose a folder. Research. Wednesday, September 12th, 1928. Returning from holiday today, I've noticed that all the Staphylococcus cultures was contaminated by Staphylococcus cultures were contaminated by bacteria while I was gone. All well except one. I shall call it penicillin. And now that's how we're first antibiotic. Let's make so it discovers something a bit more. Having Fleming get home 15 days later. Have Fleming get home a month later. Saturday, October 12th, 1928. Today, I've made a revolutionary discovery. Penicillin colonies have mutated and created bacteria that slows the aging process. Antibiotics doesn't just fight bacteria in infections. It also counteracts all degradations in humans' health. BBC interview with Alexander Fleming. Do you mean the people can no longer get sick? Yes, but that's not all. It seems that if given the correct dosage, super penicillin is capable of stopping aging itself. Wait a minute. Are you saying that you could have cured humanity of death? Almost. People can still die from accidents or from hunger if they don't get a proper nutrition. Well, we figured out the nutrition thing 2 levels ago, so we're good on that. But we will no longer die from illness or old age. German Chancellor, Mr. Mustache Man, forced to resign. An attempt to invade Belgium failed when German soldiers refused to follow orders, citing the life is more important than anything else in the world. Certain immortality is on the table. More than 10 billion people now live on Earth, being able to former demographic predictions. Whoa, that's crazy. Of course, the more people that are, the more globes we need to create. Good thing we're making the best of all the possible worlds. Murdered at the age of 800, or not 800, 186. Oh, whoa. I didn't realize these guys were all here. Oh, they're up in the windows. That's so cute. Just all hanging out. Dude, this floor's music is great. This guy gets it. He's hitting the floss. Hitting a little floss. These guys are flossing. Some flossers over there. Flosser over there. All right. Last article he published in the Scientific Journal warned of the potential risk of his treatment mutating. There has been now 20 billion people on Earth, and the population has doubled in 20 years. I feel like at that point you would stop having kids. If you live forever, just do what the elves do. Wait a couple millennia before having more children. Population has doubled in 20 years, yeah. Rice paddies ravaged by immortal pests. Southeast Asia has been devastated by infestation of brown leaf hoppers, now immortal and multiplying ever more rapidly. Rising prices and agriculture crisis, a population higher than ever in the earth is still capable of feeding us. The Great Famine of 2021 wiped out over 1 billion people. How many of us will be left at the next one? I mean, why not eat the grasshoppers? At least that means there are less globalists. Dear Diary, today marks 10 years since we started this awful hunger war. Everyone started fighting for the food, then drinking water. There was so many of us, and now the world seems so empty. I've seen another human being in 2 years. I walk across 3 continents, leaving the message everywhere. I am the last person alive. I think I get it. The problem with the immortality isn't that making it happen, but making it work long term. Otherwise, the spread of immortality will always lead to the end of the world. Will it? Make absolutely everyone immortal. I did it, chat. 0 points, though. They don't like me doing that. Come back on. Let's get back to it. Now, no way we'll do it. Yeah, make it. Okay, so they restarted it for us. Make everybody immortal. But only some of us immortal, I guess. That's tough. And clearly Fleming penicillin is not the way to do that. Let's try something else. Remind me of our goals. Reserve immortality for a select few. Achieve immortality through this. Achieve digital immortality. Let's make digital immortality a thing. Everybody becomes digital gods. Welcome to 1964. The computer found another time for us to do. Let's hope this time a little bit more flexible. Many of our palliative care patients recover overnight. The hospital's chief medical officer told us, who investigated our first study, have confirmed that human cells of contaminated patients seem to have become immortal. Stay away. Stop immortality. Become virus. Stop it. Contagious stop, and telegram from who researched in Okinawa. This is a virus could give us what we've been fighting for this whole time. Improved life expectancy. I mean, imagine living forever. That sounds pretty dope for the first century, but then after that, I don't know. Like living for 1,000 years, is your brain even capable of keeping up with your cognitive abilities, or does it drop off pretty heavily? Who's to say? Who is to say? All right. But unchecked immortality could disrupt the balance in the world, both environmentally and politically. Director of WHO during an emergency meeting. With the Cold War raging on and our different governments finance the WHO to use this discovery responsible. Director of WHO during the emergency meeting. Right do we have as researchers to keep secret a discovery belonging to all humankind? We must share it with the rest of the world. Motion to put forward by WHO researchers. For the moment, the only scientists at the WHO know the immortality exists. We gotta be careful with this secret. How about we just destroy it? Humankind immortality is in controlled manner. I want the achieve digital immortality. Let a few immortals escape the island. Leak information to different governments. Who is divided but has decided to keep the great secret existence of immortality. Let a few escape the island. High alert. Several patients infected with the immortality virus have managed to break through the temporal blockade of the island. Their destination is currently unknown. Disaster research for who have claimed to have smuggled out several Okinawa residents with unusual long lifespans. Now we really get going here. I knew, but I barely know her. Oh wait, wrong game. Welcome in. Oh, welcome in, legend. Dissidents research for who claims to. So right now, what we're trying to do is we're playing this game where through our decisions we make things come to fruition. Right now, we're trying to achieve digital immortality. Right now, we've been presented with certain people of Okinawa have longer lifespans, and we need to do something about making them into digital lifespans. I don't know how that's going to happen, but let's find out. Everyone should have access to immortality. A time of social and political activism. More than ever, people are dreaming of a better world. Are you gonna 75 the building? Immortality is among us. I've got a bad feeling about this. Computer, what's going on in the world? Let's see. The world population is currently 5 billion, 30% of which are immortal. With the development of immortality and decline of many diseases, the population has increased twice the expected rate. We already know what happens when we give them too many people. Despite the new improvement agricultural techniques, feeding the growing population is seeming impossible. If this keeps up, one planet won't be enough. We'll need at least 3. This is all whose fault. Why didn't they warn us sooner? Statement from the testing during one of the huge marches organized in major cities around the world. What are they protesting? USSR, India, research. Let's do research. What fields around the world are being destroyed by swarms of locusts? Insects infected by immortality disease have been devouring everything in the... Why not just eat the insects? If there's like tons of them, just gather them up and eat them. Complaint from the farmers interviewed in France. Okay. A treatment to get rid of the rise of insect immortality. Treatment developed by Pakistan scientists, developed by Monsanto. It was sprayed on crops before proper testing could conducted. Effective are spreading to humans, threaten immortality. Offer it to immortals to let them to become immortals to let them be mortal again. Sure. When there's no more room, I'll make room. Advertisement campaign to encourage people to give up immortality. All right, India next. New baby boom. With fertility rates of more than 3 children and every increasing lifespan, India's population is on the track to quickly reach 2 billion. Our country's infrastructure is not so designed for handle so many people, said Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Dude, last time Gandhi was trying to nuke the world, so we'll figure it out. India government wants to have the birth rate. Make contraceptive free. Use Bollywood set an example. Contraceptives are free. Have you heard about the pill? The widespread distribution of contraceptives to the public has led to decline in birth rate. Yeah, that would make sense. The Soviet Union is struggling to feed the growing population of more than 60 million tons of grain per year. The massive influx of grain to USSR is putting the whole world at risk. Speech from Representative Camerooni at the first World Food Conference. What now costs more than oil? Wheat now costs more than oil. Our grain silos are empty, even though the mice have nothing to eat. our farmings. Privatize agriculture, ban importing. I don't know how this is going to fix anything. Privatize agriculture, so we're going to screw over the USSR by making them a capitalist society. And also, this globe is just laughing at me. Stop laughing at me. This one's just flossing on me too. This one's sticking his tongue out. They're just making fun of me. Buy a plot of land in lush countryside of Siberia today. Say goodbye to the Bolshevik Revolution. It's time for the Green Revolution. We provide landowners the face of agriculture and change USSR. Population growth seems to be stabilizing. However, the food crisis continues to threaten humanity. Rationing is sharing. The food crisis is so bad that they're putting rationing in place. That's fun. All right. 1980s. Seems like the population... Okay, what's going on? Hey, are those two debates who I think they are? They're Henry and Anna. I'm starting to feel like we're never getting rid of those. Henry has apparently become the official what did that just say? It moved too quickly. A WHO report says that 1 in 2 humans is now immortal, Henry, during the televised debate. But that's not the whole story. The truth is many people are refusing to become immortal. Is humankind truly happy? I asked the question in my novel, in which immortality is only just discovered and disappears. Ren Barja, science fiction author, during the televised debate. Of course, humankind is happy. Life expectancy keeps increasing. Is that not the reason to celebrate? Anna Huang, immortal during the television debate. Absolutely, but the famines have also become more and more commonplace. Not to mention food riots. Wars are over water. Don't forget that anti-immortality sentiment that keeps getting worse. Society seems to be divided than ever, more divided than ever. At this rate, we are heading straight towards a civil war between mortal and immortals, just like Mr. Barjavel's novel. I had this idea for a novel called Great Secret for years. It's telling the story of immortal epidemic. But clearly the truth is stranger than fiction. The science fiction has transferred into reality. So I hurried to write The Happiness for Humankind, in which, unwilling to renounce immortality, humankind disappears. Great. This guy's just selling books. This guy's just trying to sell books. Spoiler alert, the novel is immortal to blow up the earth. We already experienced that. Let's try to avoid that ourselves, shall we? Warning, number of potential disasters exceed the computer capacity of our system. Oh. So we have the USA, USSR, England, China, France, and Nigeria. Let's do Nigeria. With the price of oil skyrocketing, poverty is out of control. Operation of Nigerian President Shehu Shagari is criticizing the latest economic measures which favor mortals and expensive of mortals. Two evil plagues our economy: competence and government corruption. Okay. We refuse to participate in the Moscow Olympics as long as the immortals are banned. So the Americans are pro immortality. Reactor 4 explodes. This is Chernobyl. Jesus. And this morning, causing the worst nuclear disaster in history. We are in over our heads here. We should recruit some immortals to help rescue efforts at the plant. General of the Army Division sent to these people, this Chernobyl. The incident renewed tensions throughout England. The singer has become an icon of live and love movement, which advocates the freedom to be mortal. John Lennon murdered by an immortal. Interesting. Longest prison sentence for immortal assassination of John Lennon has sparked heated political debate over justice for immortality. Yeah, that would be interesting. If you lived forever, how long would you stay in prison for your Crimes. In theory, would you have to be there for longer, or would you stay there only a certain amount of time? Or the same amount of time as immortal. Concerned the immortals might gain power and hold for eternity, Chinese government is denying them access to most fundamental human rights. Can you believe that immortality aren't allowed to become members of the Communist Party? France says working for eternity. Faced with the non-aging population, France is planning on changing legal retirement age. Retiring at 60 is fine, but only for mortals. Though there's no way we can change everything, tech is at its breaking point. Change 3 events before anything happens. Let's do the USA. Americans are boycotting to the process against mortals. The Soviet Union are scrambling to contain explosion of Chernobyl nuclear power. Put out a call for volunteers. England says England is seeking death penalty for John Lennon. People double the length of prison sentence. China says immortals are rallying across the country, organize big immortal huge strikes. France says retirement age is at 82 or retirement age at 182. Jesus. Nigeria, immortal president has been accused of corruption. Give voting rights to exclusive to immortals. Bring about a coup d'etat. I don't know if that really matters. Call for people to come and help with Chernobyl. I understand this criticism on the small number of volunteers, but it is too early to know if we can withstand such high levels of radiation. We see who angering mortals or immortals, and for now the mortals are most upset. Find a way to calm them down. Double the length of prison sentence with the offended immortals. English immortals are being threatened like second-class, treated like second-class citizens. This is an outrage. You managed to ease tensions among the mortals and immortals. Don't mess this all up with your last choice. I mean, I don't understand why letting them host Immortal Olympics in the US. Sure. An immortal boycott sport suspended to bring us together. Immortals are so lacked in confidence that the ability they want to keep us apart. Anafong. You managed to diffuse the hostilities between mortals and immortals. Great. Choose a folder. Now we're jumping to 2000. This will be our last time jump. We're almost done. For us and the stream. Welcome to 2000. Choose a folder. Who? Joint statement following the historical handshake between Anna Wong, representative of the Immortals, and Henry Hellman, leader of the opposition movement against the Immortals. The global population officially 17 billion, demanding for natural resources, especially agricultural commodities, have never been higher. Make those who want to have children stay immortal. Limit immortality to 200. I think making those who want to have children stay immortal. It seems like if you want to, surprisingly, people seem to accept your decision. No riots in the streets, no protests. I'd say that all those conflicted, we worked together, really got everyone to understand. And this is the mission accomplished. Control immortality. Mankind, human immortality in a controlled manner. Damn it. I didn't get my digital outcome. I wanted a digital. I got the 0.1 and then I got this one. Nice. New version of the history. Humankind's immortal is controlled by manner. Do you realize we just got the best? Management's going to pay attention to us for sure now. Anyways, nice job. Do you want to try something else or head up to the next floor? How many floors do you think there are in this game? I guess if we looked at the achievements, we could see. Find all the possible endings. Finish the 5th assignment at least once. Finish the 6th assignment at least once. So there's 2 more assignments after that. But I think for today, that's where we'll leave this little stream. It This game is called A Better World, where you are constantly forced to make interesting decisions to hopefully make the outcomes you want. I've enjoyed it. It's definitely I did. There was one time where we ran into the India prompt a couple times, and I didn't realize that we were just going to cause nuclear war. That's on me, chat. That's my bad. But overall, came out on earlier last month, November 17th. Check it out. Play
Welcome
it
to
now.
A Better World Company.
Shit. We have a link in our chat right now that you can go to support them if you'd like. It's quirky. It's definitely a game that I see it would like a lot of possibilities where you could just like trying to get to every outcome could be probably difficult to make it happen. But yeah, I enjoyed my time with it. Anything else that we have to say before we sign off today? Better World is available now on PC and Mac, priced at only $11.99, which is pretty inexpensive for games nowadays. Witty, dark comic storytelling navigate the fine line between progress and chaos in a satirical tale of power and technology improvements. It's interesting that they've told the initial story through Anna and Henry. So we start off with those two characters. I wonder how that continues to develop throughout the rest of the story. But yes, yeah, that's all I've got to you today. Thank you so very much for watching. Let me go and raid out on Twitch. I think our boy Imp is playing something, so why don't we go raid him and see how he's doing. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so very much for watching. We'll be back live again later on, maybe tomorrow, maybe later today. We'll see how I feel. But that's all I got. Ciao, guys.